Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. It's me again, Antonio. Glad to have you all with us. Everybody, come on in the room. Great to see all of you guys joining us. We hope you guys had a great weekend. We know we did, and we're ready to hop back into it. So please remember, if you're joining today, please make sure that you click the share button and share this broadcast with all of your friends and followers. It's really important. We want to make sure that we get this message out to everyone. We've got a really important partner on today with us, and we're excited to bring some of the great things that they're doing or planning to do in the city of Baltimore in regards to financial empowerment. So I don't know about you, but I'm excited to hear what they have to say about that. So again, before they come on, though, I do want to give you guys some updates as far as it relates to the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. Um, Again, thank you guys for all hopping on. Just a couple updates. And I know some of you guys have probably seen or heard some of these before, but again, all of our centers are physically closed. They're still physically closed, but we are still providing services remotely, and that's a good thing. One of the other pieces is that our employers are still hiring. Please remember that if you know someone who says that they can't find a job, tell them to contact us, reach out to us, and we'll be glad to try our best to help them find employment. If you're interested or you know someone who's interested in finding employment and they want to know, what particular positions that we have available, make sure that they let us know. Send us an email to jobclubnwcc@oedworks.com, and we can email a listing of job leads to them. Another piece, and we talk about this every single week, right? The Maryland Workforce Exchange. You'll hear it referred to as the MWE. It's a great tool, and one of the great things about it is it's free. So there are a lot of positions that are posted there. You can apply to positions there. You can search for positions by jurisdiction, by whatever area you're looking in. You can also search for positions by the position title. So warehousing, manufacturing, whatever the case may be, customer service. You can search by a few different methods, and the MWE is there to assist you in getting you back to work or finding the position that will turn into a career for you. Another piece is with the MWE is that they have the capability to help you craft a resume. So if you ever need assistance with making a resume and you want to kind of go it on your own, there is a resume wizard on the MWE that can assist you with that. And lastly, we here at MOED have a now hiring job board. Really cool, really great feature. It's updated pretty frequently, updated a couple times a week. And the great thing about it is that there is a contact for one of our staff persons with every position that's listed. So that's a really, really good tool, right? There is literally a staff person's name and email address that's going to be beside the job posting that you see on that board. And talking about that now hiring job board, we want to make sure that you guys are able to see some of the positions. These aren't all, but there's some of the positions that we have available. Sagamore Spirits, they're looking for a brand ambassador. The University of Maryland Medical Center, looking for a few different positions: meal attendant, dietary aid, certified floor technician. Terra Cafe, they're looking for a cook and an executive chef. Wawa's, they're looking for a customer service supervisor and an overnight supervisor. ShopRite, they're looking for a bakery clerk, cashiers, a deli clerk, and a cake decorator. Staff management, they're looking for warehouse associates, and you'll find not only these, but many, many more located on our now hiring job board. And you can see that that link down at the bottom. We'll also post that link in the chat for you so that you have access to it. But please make sure that you visit that page. It's really important. There are a lot of positions that are listed there. Our business services representatives do a great job of making sure that that page is updated and reaching out to employers pretty consistently to make sure that they have a good feeling for the pulse of where we are. So make sure that you take advantage of that benefit. The next piece I want to talk about really quick, make sure, guys, if you know anyone who may be interested in the Baltimore Health Corps opportunity, we are still looking for community health workers. The plan is to train and employ more than 300, and I believe the number is closer to 400 now, Baltimore City residents who are currently jobless or unemployed due to the pandemic. And the goal is for these folks to serve as contact tracers, care coordinators, and community health workers. So again, if you know anyone who's interested in this opportunity, or if you're interested, make sure that you go to this link at the bottom, baltimorecorps.org / Baltimore-health-corps. So make sure that you go there and fill out the application. Really important. And another piece to that, because we've just been really, really great in some of the pieces that we've gotten. Not only are we looking for opportunities for that, but there's also a contact tracer opportunity as well. Now, this piece is really for someone who may say, you know what, I don't have all the skills right now to walk into the door day one and be able to be a contact tracer. And that's perfectly okay. That's perfectly fine. This opportunity will enter you into a short-term training. The training schedule right now is September 28th through October 22nd. You heard that right, September 28th through October 22nd. Today is September 22nd. So you've only got like 6 days to make sure that you're in the process to get into that training. So if this is something that is of interest to you, make sure that you use that link at the bottom. It'll put you in touch with a Google form. You'll need to make sure that you put in your information on the form. Make sure that we've got some good contact info for you, and we'll try our best to reach out to you as best we can to make sure that you're in place for that training on September 28th. It is important to know that this training is live. So the attendance is required in person at these training sessions. So make sure that you understand that and that you are able to do it. And again, that's September 28th through October 22nd, every Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. until 12 noon. So what we all are here for, right? This is one of the things that I'm really excited about today, really excited about the opportunity. We've got two folks who are here to talk about financial empowerment and a new center that's coming to the city of Baltimore. So without further ado, I'll bring on Deidre and Thomas. Hey, Deidre and Thomas, how are you guys doing?
Hey, Antonio, how are you? Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Deirdre Webb, and I am the program manager for the soon to launch Baltimore City Financial Empowerment Center.
Hey, Antonio, I'm Thomas Bogetti, and I'm one of the new financial empowerment counselors servicing the Baltimore City area.
Awesome, guys. I'm excited for what you guys are going to talk about. I'll go ahead and hand it over to you so I can sit back and learn as much as I can. All right.
All right. Thank you. So, hi, everyone. We are excited to announce that a new financial empowerment center is coming to Baltimore this fall. While we don't yet have a launch date, today we want to give you a brief overview of what you can expect in the coming months. By the end of this session, we hope that you will be able to, one, describe the initiative, summarize our 4 core services, and then be able to identify our strategic partners so that you can help pass the word around. So as we're getting started, Thomas, can you please share how city residents will be empowered through this initiative?
Sure. And we get a lot of questions about that. A lot with the new upcoming center that everybody's wondering. Empowerment is extremely important because it's more than just education. It's actually building skills and helping folks actually take that education and those skills and utilize it to accomplish their goals. So what this center is going to focus on is helping residents gain access to all of the current and reliable financial information, resources, and support. So a lot of times people just get this hearsay information. They see something on a website. There's a lot of extraneous information out there, but we are dialed in with all of our partners, and we have the reliable, current, up-to-date information. With that, we help our clients learn and reframe their money mindset. And I know that may sound a little bit strange, but it helps them make new decisions so that they can actually have money work for them instead of them working for money.
So what I hear you saying is these sessions will help people change how they think about money?
Yes, it will. So how we do that is, and I've fallen victim to this several times in my life, is people struggle with financially and making decisions. They call it scarcity juggling. When you don't have money and all you can do is focus on your bills today and borrow from tomorrow's dollars to take care of today's bills, you can't think about the future because you're too worried about today. So what we do is, and people see money as a problem, they associate it with a word and it's a problem. What we do is we help them learn how they can use money as a tool, and that tool will help them build their financial future and be able to achieve the goals that they want to set for themselves and for their families. Our residents will also be empowered by, when we sit with them and engage with them, is identifying steps and acting upon those important steps to build wealth no matter where they are and where they start from.
So even if when they come in, they're in a financial hole.
Absolutely. Even if they're in a financial hole, and especially that's what our services are designed for, is to really help every client who comes in and start where they are. A lot of our services, as we'll talk about in the next slide, really help focus on getting things aligned and working towards that future.
So you mentioned one-on-one sessions. What do the one-on-one sessions involve?
So it's a good question. First, I just want to let you know that the counselings are unlimited. You can come in as many times as you want, and oh yeah, they're free. So there's no charge for them. And it's we offer counseling and coaching sessions. So there's a little bit of a difference. We do a little bit of counseling in the beginning, and once you get you grow your feet and you're running, then we switch to counseling, where we provide that support, that continuous support for you. So what happens is when we engage with clients, they work with a certified, and you'll hear me say that regularly through this video that we're doing today, is that we are certified financial counselors. So we've gone through some training, and I'll talk about that in a little bit, and we've got our certification. And what makes us different is that we're not only financial counselors, but we're financial empowerment counselors. And what that means is we help clients understand and address their financial challenges and how to better utilize the resources that are available, because many people don't know all of the resources that are out there that they can utilize. And when we're engaged in those sessions, we cover a very wide range of topics, everything from banking and the things you need to know about banking, to savings, and then how to manage credit and debt. As we work through the multiple sessions, we do build a partnership with our clients. And again, for as many sessions as they need, and we work towards achieving those goals that they set up for themselves.
So I like that thought of partnering with someone and transitioning in that relationship from counseling to coaching. Mm-hmm. But you also said multiple sessions, free sessions. Mm-hmm. So what if a person needs to have, let's say, 5 or 6 sessions to work on their challenges and their goals? They can do that.
Oh, absolutely. 5 or 6 isn't a problem. I mean, if they can do it in 2 or 3, that's okay too. If they need to come in for 27 or 49 or 156 sessions, it's fine. That's what we're here for. And we encourage the more people that come in and utilize this and pass it on. We want to change Baltimore. We want to change families' lives and quality life decisions and financially empower people. So yes, we want people to come in.
Okay. Ooh, 196. All right. I might have to get on that list. So look, Thomas, tell me, how will counselors interact with their clients?
Well, first, I want to let everybody know that number one priority is confidentiality. No matter what we talk about in a session, no matter how personal it is, no matter how sensitive it is, no matter how emotional, and believe me, at times it gets emotional, it's 100% confidential. Because money's an important thing, and it is an emotional thing. So everything is confidential, and the way that we assure that is each initial session when we meet with a client, we do go over a client service agreement, and that explains how we keep the information, protect the information, and share the information that we have. And no services can be provided until we actually complete that process. So everybody will know exactly what that confidentiality is. Also, whenever we meet with clients, we meet them where they are financially. And the important key here is without judgment. Our offices, our phone calls, our video sessions are a 100% judgment-free atmosphere. Because if we judged, we have blinders on. If we're in a non-judgment free, what that allows us to do is actually listen actively and openly to the client and really hone in on what their needs are, and then apply the proper encouragement and the appropriate support to help them establish their financial goals, work towards them, and achieve them. It also gives us the opportunity to provide objective guidance instead of subjective. And we also have the ability to refer people to local partners when needed. Because again, I'm a financial empowerment counselor, and every time I meet with my clients on the initial session, I let them know there are some things that I cannot do. Like, for example, I can't provide legal advice and I can't provide investment advice because I'm not certified in those areas. But we do have local partners strategically that can provide that expert information.
That's great. I like that no judgment zone. That really resounds with me. I like that. So how will the community be able to access these services?
So once we launch, all Baltimore City residents that are 18 and older will be able to schedule a session by phone, by email, or by completing an online request form through one of our web pages. Initially, all one-on-one counseling sessions will be offered virtually and by phone because of the coronavirus. So after that, we will be looking to do face-to-face.
So people will be able to just call up on the phone and have a session with a financial counselor.
Well, not exactly. What they need to do first is call and schedule the session. Then once that's scheduled, then we can, again, either by phone or by video. So you can't just call and expect you're going to immediately get into a session. We do, and we'll talk about this in a little bit, we do have 3 counselors that are servicing Baltimore. So there's a lot of clients, and we have a tight schedule. So yes, it's good to get on that schedule early and often.
Okay, so schedule appointments. So sessions are by appointment only.
Correct.
And you said that you have 3 counselors?
Yes. So we have one with the Mayor's Office of Employment Development, and we do have 2 counselors with the Mayor's Office of Children and Family Success CAP Centers. And once we're open fully and we can do face-to-face, I will be going out to our different one-stop centers that people are familiar with.
Okay, so I know you briefly mentioned the four services, but can you give us some detail about what services are available?
Absolutely. So, of the four, I know I mentioned banking, savings, credit, and debt. I'll start with banking. So, typically, when we meet, and again, it's a wide variety of topics, we may cover all of these. We may only need to cover one or two of these. When the client comes in for the first time, we do what's called a financial health assessment. So, that are some questions that the client answers, and it helps us gear the conversation of where we truly need to focus. So, when discussing banking, we cover things like finding a better banking solution. So, if they have a bank and they don't like it, they don't like the services, they don't like the charges, or maybe they don't have a bank, we help them find those better banking solutions. We help people understand the actual differences between banks and credit unions, how they're funded, how their money's protected, those type of things. We also go over the differences between the different types of accounts. You have your money markets, your certificates of deposit, and then you have your commonly, known checking and savings accounts. Understanding the different fees and charges, and a lot of times they're hidden. Like overdraft charges have, been a bone of contention for a lot of people in the past. How to open an account, how to open a safe account with a trusted financial institution. So those are the types of things we talk about during the banking portion.
Yeah, you mentioned overdraft charges, and that sent me back to a time several years ago when, because of overdraft charges, I found myself with my bank account frozen 2 weeks before Christmas. Man, talk about a hit. That was really devastating at the time.
Yeah.
So, what if there are folks in that situation like I had that have had bad banking experiences and maybe they are now part of the check system and having a problem having a bank account?
You're absolutely right. And talk about emotional. We have clients that's exactly the case. So we're there especially for clients who need this type of information. So what we do is we actually connect those clients to special financial institutions through a group called Bank On. That these institutions have actually agreed to help persons either establish if they've never had a banking relationship, or reestablish if they've had maybe a troubled banking past, like you've mentioned. And what happens is those banking opportunities will help eliminate the need for these higher costly check cashing services or money orders or banking accounts with higher fees. So yes, we link that client up and align them so they're taken care of. And again, it's a safe and trusted environment for them to transact their money and save it. The other category, the second service that we cover is savings. And in the savings area, what we do is we do a lot of planning for and protecting for the client's future and their family's future. We provide information on investments and insurance like life and health. But again, once it comes to that point of, well, should I invest in this, Fidelity, this, that, or then we refer you to the expert. But we do provide some basic foundational information to get you. That way you have a clear understanding and a better expectation when you meet with those strategic partners. Preparing for education and retirement, creating savings plans for emergencies, understanding the value of saving early and the benefit that you get from saving early with compounding interest. We do a lot in the lines of credit. Credit's our third core service that we provide. We talk to clients and teach them how to access better credit rates and limits, like on credit cards or loans. Understanding their credit report. We help with pulling a credit report and going through it and understanding it. Understanding what credit worthiness is and how it impacts quality of life. If you have a low credit score, you may not be able to get a good loan, a favorable loan. You may not be able to get that apartment. You may need to have somebody co-sign. Protecting your identity. We've had a lot of people fall prey to identity theft. So we go through how you protect your identity, And if you've had your identity taken, we walk you through the steps and the plan to recover that and protect it and clear it. How to better manage your credit, learning how to repair your credits, knowing the different types of student loans. There's lots of them out there, and the same with home mortgages. So we do provide a lot of information in that credit service section.
So one thing you mentioned that got my attention was pulling credit reports. Doesn't pulling credit reports hurt your credit? I heard that somewhere.
So it can. It depends how it's pulled. So typically, if you walked into a bank or you were trying to get a loan and they did what's called a hard pull, yes, that inquiry could, depending how many inquiries you had in that year, affect your credit score. The great news with our center and what our counselors do is we pull what's called a soft credit report. We can pull it as many times, and because it's soft and you gave us the permission, it doesn't show up as a hard inquiry, so it will not affect your credit score. That's a great question.
Okay. That's a great answer.
Yeah. Thank you. And then the last service area that we core service is our debt. So we spend a lot of time creating budgets and spending plans, and a lot of people don't like to hear that awful word budget. But again, we're focusing on how to make money a tool, and that way it changes and reframes your thinking about money. Understanding your rights during debt collection. So we cover the complete collection process. If you've been in collections and you've been chased down by a collector, we go through what your rights are, what they're allowed to do, what they're not allowed to do, and if they violate any of your rights, you may not have to pay that money back. So we walk through each step of the way. We help people understand the different bankruptcies that are out there, the different types, the pros and cons of each of them, and how to better manage your debt.
So my next question is, can a budget and a spending plan, do those things really help?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the reason why they work, as long as the client utilizes the tool and works with us to utilize that tool, it helps create a clear picture of what is coming in, what is going out, and more importantly, where it's going. And once the client sees that, they themselves can identify how they want to assign those dollars, how they want to allocate it, which again, now they're not working for money, they're telling money how it's going to work for them. So once that happens, they can make decisions and shift where that money goes and start to create a savings plan, which will impact their future.
So tell us again, who will provide these services?
So I will be one of those counselors. Again, we are nationally certified, and there are two other counselors with the Mayor's Office of Children and Family Success at the CAP centers. And I mentioned the training. So we've gone through weeks and weeks of very rigorous, in-depth financial training from multiple sources, college level to national level to local level. So we've been ingrained with this particular knowledge, the current knowledge. And then we went through a very rigorous exam process to become certified. Believe it or not, this exam took me 8 solid days of working 5 to 8 hours per day to pass this exam. So it wasn't just a 1 hour, 60 question type. They had to make sure we knew what we were talking about because we impact people's lives when we counsel them. We provide also, again, I keep mentioning about the strategic partners, and I believe you're going to talk about this next, is if a client comes in and say they have a non-financial need or maybe a direct financial, say, investment type need or support, we do have, that network of people that we can link to them when the services become past our scope of what we can do as a financial empowerment counselor. And we also get referrals. So referrals go back and forth all the time.
All right. Thank you for that. That's great information. So speaking about our partners, the Baltimore Financial Empowerment Center has a growing list of partners. Some of them will provide direct services to FEC clients through referral, while others will provide the center with ongoing staff training, program materials, client referrals for services, and even counselor space for service delivery. And you see those partners listed on the screen currently. So I think that's the end of our presentation almost, isn't it?
Yep, almost. So I'm not sure if anybody has questions out there. We'll throw it out to the group and see if you have any specific questions with the information we have shared with you so far. So I guess...
Great information.
Thank you.
So it doesn't look like we have any questions right now, Deidre. So I did want to thank everybody who attended our portion today. And again, we hope that you're able to describe this initiative and summarize, hopefully, the 4 core services and identify some of our strategic partners and help us get the word out across Baltimore City. Again, as soon as we open up, make sure that you get on that schedule as fast as you can and as frequent as you can. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Thomas. That is great. In our upcoming sessions, we will share details about when our counseling and coaching services will be open to the public. We'll also talk about how to get more information and schedule appointments and begin introducing you to our strategic partners. In closing, as we're preparing for our launch, I know that there are staff members on the broadcast today. I invite staff members to email me and schedule a test run so that when you reach out, we'll create a customer profile and we'll give you an initial session experience. What better way to be able to explain the process and reassure your customers that this is a helpful and safe service by having experienced it yourself. So we look forward to serving you and your customers.
Thanks so much, Deirdre and Thomas. I'm sure all of our listeners out there and everyone who will see this this broadcast will be appreciative for the information that you guys have given. So thank you, and we look forward to your future updates.
Thanks, Antonio.
And again, everyone, please stay tuned to figure out any more new information that'll come from the Financial Empowerment Center. We're excited about that new initiative that's happening, and we'll make sure to keep you guys afloat of any new information. Again, make sure that you guys stay tuned in tomorrow for our virtual recruitment at 1 o'clock. That'll be done by Bill and Catania. And then on Thursday at 1 o'clock, we'll have our weekly job club session where we highlight between 20 to 25 positions. As always, if you need any further assistance, you can always reach us through our online assistance request form. Super simple form. All you have to do is go on there, put that form information in, and we will be glad to assist you any way that we can. So make sure that if that's something that you need, if you need resume assistance, interview preparation, employer referrals, career guidance, training information, anything like that, make sure you go to that bit.ly form and we've completed, and we'll make sure to reach out to you as soon as possible. And again, if you ever need any, if you ever want any of our job lead flyers sent to you via email, just shoot an email over to jobclubnwcc@oedworks.com, and we'll be glad to get that over to you. So again, thank you all for joining today. Hopefully this session was informative to you. I know it was great information for me. Good to know about some of the great financial empowerment opportunities that are coming to the city of Baltimore. So thank you all for joining. Everybody have a good day and enjoy the rest of your week.